Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Two Souls.
Hello.
Hello, y'all. It is a very hot day here in New York City. I don't know how the weather is in Chicago, Mel.
It's hot as fuck.
Well, yeah. It's fall, y'all, officially, as of yesterday. So have fun with that. Global warming is just so real. And you know, okay. This episode is heavily BTS filled. So if you're not a BTS fan, or you are a BTS fan and you don't want to hear us because you know our mouths, then go. I'm gonna give you a moment of silence, and I'm gonna just for you to just go.
They can
Okay.
basically we're gonna, like at the
Click
end.
out.
Yeah, basically at the end we're gonna have a whole review. If you want to have a typical show, then you can stay for a little while. But when we get to the review section, if you don't want to hear good, bad, or you don't care, then you don't have to listen to the rest.
Yeah. So we're giving you that free pass to clock the fuck out. Just okay.
All right.
So now that's been laid out, let's go into our regular kind of show progression. First things first, recommendations, and mine is the entirety of that BTS album because if you're gonna stay for the end and listen to our what we have to say about it, then you gotta know what we talking about. So I recommend listening to it and making your own opinions as to whether you like it or not or what it's like. So that's my recommendation.
My recommendation is a non-K-pop recommendation by one of my favorite artists. His name is Elijah Blake. Came out with a new album recently, and my favorite song off of it currently is the intro, the 6-minute long fucking intro, that is Occupied. So please go listen to a young black boy with his dreams and things. Yeah. We had a lot of comebacks that are going to happen or have happened. And as usual, we're going to walk you through those. If you are an XOL, Lay has been releasing some teaser images for his September solo comeback. There's no clarification on when it's coming out. There's a bunch of, the numbers make no sense. They're almost, scrambled in a way, so you don't really know when the hell he's coming back. So it's suspected that teasers should be released more so, and hopefully before October, that he will come out with a second mini album.
There was a lot of shit about that though because a lot of people were like, why didn't he? What was he doing for Coco Pop? And then he just went off and had a solo and others were saying like he did it because he's an ambassador to his province in China, and China and South Korea are having problems right now because of the whole THAAD thing that's going on with it's like a political it's a military political thing. If you don't know what it is, go search it up on Google. It's your best friend. THAAD. It's he's Chinese and he's he's the ambassador of his province and all this stuff. So they were saying how it was more like a courtesy to not, I guess, offend anyone. I guess. So he didn't take part in the group promotions, and so y'all. Honestly, I am so over all that political stuff merging into the musical, but it's fine. I mean, as long as everything works out and we don't kill each other, it's fine.
Amen.
Honestly.
Monsta X, the Year Monsta X fan, Hyungwon, also known as DJ H1, is going to be releasing a collaboration track with Justin O, who's another DJ, called Bam 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 on September 25th. The track will feature Monsta X's Joohyun. So if you're all here for Joohyun and all of his amazingness, then yes, you will be very happy. It was originally scheduled for the 22nd, but it got pushed back to the 25th. I don't know why, but now you know. A little reminder, K-Well is going to be making his comeback with his 4th album called Part 1 Nonfiction on September 26th. In news I care about very much, SF9 is confirmed to be making a comeback sometime in October. The teaser should be expected either this upcoming week or the first week of October. The comeback will actually coincide with their 1-year anniversary, so happiness. And they recently filmed a music video in California. So if you were in Cali and you're an SF9 fan and you didn't know that, now you know. Uh, more October comeback news.
Newest.
Yes, newest.
Newest. Newest W, yeah.
It's gonna be returning with an album on October 10th called Here.
That was remember like they released like individual member teasers and each of them had like letters. And so the last one was Ren with the E. But before that it was Mel's baby daddy. Yes. And he had yes.
Echo.
And he had the ER, was it? Or the
Yeah,
R?
it was her on his.
Yeah, he added the R, so it was R. And so it was her, and we were like, oh shit, because we know how armies get. So it would have been like, I didn't really see that, so that's good. But we were kind of nervous as to like, oh shit, is it gonna pop off? But nothing happened. I'm excited. They're here. They're back, bitch. Anyways.
Also on October 10th, GOT7 released a very mysterious teaser video. And at the end of it, it basically had 747. And it's supposed to be coming out on October 10th. It sounds like a comeback. Teaser looked like a comeback. So if you're Agase, have fun with that. Even though I technically feel it's like GOT6 at this point. But that's a different story for a different day.
Shade is shade. But yes, anyways.
Iconics, you should be happy, hopefully happy. Icon is supposed to be making some kind of comeback this fall. YG revealed some behind the scenes footage on his Instagram of the music video shooting and it had Junhui up there looking like Junhui. So get a little excited about that. If my calculations are correct, hopefully it'll be within the next month and a half, 2 months. JB.
Bye.
I can feel what you were saying in your head. I was like, huh.
I just okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully 2 months. JBJ confirmed their debut, and it's going to be on October 18th. JBJ is made up of former Produce 101 Season 2 contestants. So the boys in this group, Takada Kenta, Kim Yong-guk, also known as Longwo, No Tae-hyun, Kim Dong-han, and Kwon Hyun-bin. The title track information is yet to be released. Some interesting things have happened with them, though, because the labels are already telling fans to back off. They're already telling them to stop doing things, and they haven't even debuted yet. They asked them to not talk to them, give them presents, take photos or videos of them on flights. They've also asked them to not show up at locations where the boys are not officially announced to have an event. So these are already issues they're having. They haven't even debuted yet. Oh, but God.
A shame and a scandal.
Okay. People need to
Can I
leave
say the
this
next one? I'm gonna say the next one.
Yeah,
Okay. Epic High announced a fall concert. Why did my voice just break? A fall concert. I was like, ooh. To celebrate the upcoming release of their first album in 3 whole years. Whose man's? The concert is called We've Done Something Wonderful, which yes, you have. And they will be held November 3rd, my birthday month, and 4th at the Blue Square Samsung Card Hall in Seoul. Samsung Card Hall, like a playing card.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay, interesting name. As far as the album goes, there's no release date for it yet, which is very, very depressing news. That probably means like 2018, so don't even hold your breath if there's no date for it yet.
It's
But I'm excited.
Gotta be.
I don't think it's probably gonna be like, but it's already October, basically. So it's probably gonna just be like
Late October, like the week of. Well, Jexakeezer probably.
the album.
Yeah, because they're doing the fall concert to celebrate the album. Because the album's gonna be like right before that.
Okay, I don't know. Anyways, go ahead. You confused me, so I don't.
It'll make sense when we talk about Jexakeezer in a few.
Yeah, okay. I don't.
So BTS obviously made a comeback on September 18th with Love Yourself Her, and they broke a lot of fucking records doing so.
Oh my god. Every fucking day it was like a new record.
They set a new record of highest stock pre-orders at 1,122,946 albums.
Number two. I'm gonna count the records out. Like
Okay. Set a new record with first day album sales coming in at 455,888 copies.
number three.
The DNA music video broke too many fucking records on its own. Most views in a K-pop group music video in 4 hours. Fastest K-pop group music video to reach 10, 20, 30, and 40 million views.
Oof. Number four. I lost count. I was like, where?
The music video is currently at 49.4 million views with over 2 million likes. And
Number five.
they became the first Korean artist to enter Spotify's global top 50 charts.
Woo! And there's more, but it's five. We just covered. Like, there's more. Every day I woke up, it was like, new record, new record. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. And they use the same picture every time. So I was just like, this is just, okay. We'll talk about, like, the music and the album and the music video and we'll talk
All that
about it.
shit
And we'll talk out at the end. So wait for that. The small.
B2B released a solo track called One Day. It's typical, drama filled. You could hear it in the background of a drama movie. It's beautiful. He's absolutely amazing. It was part of B2B's monthly solo project, and he was the last one to go. So, yeah, go ahead and check that out. April made a comeback. It's a new album called Eternity on September 20th. Title track is called Take My Hand. It's very G-Friend-esque. So if you like G-Friend, if you like their song Love Story, you're going to like this song.
April be sounding very G-Friend-esque, like, for a while.
G-Friend-esque. Yep.
For a while they've been sounding like that.
Their comeback before this one, it didn't sound like G-Friend. It was more hoppy sounding, but then they went back to the G-Friend sound. Luna, their second unit group called Odd Eye Circle, released a mini album called Mix and Match, which is ironic. Members in the subunit this time around are Kim Lip, Jinso, and Cherry. And the title track is called Girlfriend. I heard it. It's very cute, very poppy sounding. A lot of references from their solo songs in that one song. So, yeah, if you like Luna, then you would love that. Teen Top's Neo came back with a motherfucking bop.
Oh my God.
He did. He made a solo comeback with Love Affair 2 on September 21st. The title track is called What's Good. It's a collaboration track with a rapper called Just This. It's a bop. Just go listen to it. Take my word for it. The Ajishis, Jexikis, made a comeback with their fifth album called Another Light, also on September 21st. And they had double title tracks, Smile and Something Special. Smile is like a ballady thing. I would say maybe their version of Blue with less R&B inside of it. And Something Special sounds like something that Winner would have made. But it fits them, and I think it's cute. So what they did, which I think Epic High is gonna do, is that they released the album and like 2 days later had the concert. So yesterday they celebrated their 20-year anniversary concert. Winner was a special
That's basically
guest.
my age, y'all. Basically.
Winner guested for them and performed a little bit. They were very grateful towards their fans for waiting patiently. They actually kept their promise, because before they initially had disbanded the first time, they had promised their fans a fifth album before they disbanded. And obviously that promise didn't get kept. But now the promise was, now that they reunited and reformed everything, they finally gave them that fifth album, so tear. Former Jexikis member Go Ji-young showed support for the anniversary through Instagram with the caption, he said, "I'm supporting with the same heart," from Go Ji-young. And he actually sent them a wreath. And the wreath had the message, hoping Jack's keys will last forever, which I think is precious. So congratulations, Ajashis. You did hashtag that. Speaking of hashtag that, fucking IU
Okay. Damn.
makes her comeback with the second remake album, Golkapi number 2, Flower Bookmark, on September 22nd. She had that track, Last Night's Story. I know one of the songs from that album in particular already has an all kill, and that shit don't even have a music video. So she's already out here snatching wigs.
She's ridiculous. Like her level of fame is fucking ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah. I would basically call her like maybe the Korean Taylor Swift. I would.
That is a very accurate description. I appreciate that one.
Yes. So yeah. So if you like IU, then boom, there you go. Got a whole remake album. She went blonde, which shocked the fuck out of me. So yeah. Speaking of shocking the fuck out of me, CL released a track called No Better Feeling on the My Little Pony soundtrack.
I can't. No. I cannot.
The shitty part about all of this, and it's like, why is it the best solo work she's ever done? That became my question. Like, why is it on the My Little Pony soundtrack? Because Lifted was basically a Method Man cover.
I don't.
I don't.
Why is she on the like? Why is her first official work a My Little Pony soundtrack song? Like, that's all she can do? Like, I'm confused. Like, who's managing her? That's what I want to know.
Is managing her. If we're like U.S. shit, Scooter Braun is. The same
I
person
know
has
he
Ariana, Justin Bieber.
I know he is managing her, but I'm saying who, as in like, why? As in like, why is she out here doing these things? Like, she could have, if by now at this point, she could have had a very successful career in Korea if she wouldn't have fucking done this stupid shit and wasted her own time.
Yep.
And I'm so sorry if you like her, if that she, you're her fan, but I highly doubt that she is going to do anything substantial enough to actually have a career. Sorry.
Hey, there it is. As a former full-time blackjack, it sucks to see her go down this route, even though I don't stand her anymore. And I also was going through Twitter and I saw a lot of blackjacks kind of begrudgingly supporting her because it's My Little Pony. Like, it's not even for like a real movie. It's for like an animated movie. Granted, it's probably going to do well at the box office, but still, it's like My Little Pony. Monica, you like 26? Like, what are we doing?
And the fact that it's like one of her best songs, like I just can't. It's just a mess. Ugh.
Good luck, CL. Speaking of fucking mess.
Oh, this is funny. This is funny in a non-funny way. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Japanese media has been making some claims that the rest of Big Bang will enlist into the military by the spring of next year. So this report came from Soompi. It said, the reports also state that while Daesung and Seungri would be able to delay enlistment, they decided to enlist with the older members of the group in order to return as a group as soon as possible. Here's my thing. Why the fuck didn't you just send them all in at the same time if you really cared about that?
Yeah, why now? What's going on?
I mean, tops is what's going on, but why not just
I'm asking YG. Like, I'm like, what?
No, I know that. No, I know what you're saying. I'm just like, what the fuck? You might as well have done it initially. Like, if because YG's initial game plan, and by the way, YG has yet to address the confirm or deny these reports, which is both bad. It's whatever. But the initial game plan was, okay, send Top in, make as much money off of GD and Taeyong as we can, which they're currently doing. Then send them in, do some more shit with Daesung, send them in. I doubt they're gonna do shit with Seungri, even though he has a whole fucking solo album lined up. But whatever. That's just me. And then basically squeeze any little bit of income they possibly could, and then send them in. And it's like, if you were gonna pull a Shinhwa, just pull the Shinhwa. What? I mean, if they do go in at the top of next year, it is intelligent for them to do so. But it's kind of like the reason you have to is the more depressing part of it. Because Top's pretty much, I don't know how much his shit was delayed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know when he's
And there was so much, and the thing that just really gets me is like, there was so much buildup to Top's leaving, and he had this whole like, I'm using like, it was so much going on. And we witnessed all of that, and we watched like the quote unquote final show, and he was just there, and he was like all this fucking shit, and then he's there, and not even 2-3 months later, like he fucking gets exposed and has to go through this whole thing, and it's like upsetting for someone, for like the fans and his career in general. Like he was a pretty unproblematic person. And so for it to be that huge, his career has a really big, like, wine stain on the carpet. Like, that's literally, like, his career. And so they really are just doing this to be able to get, like, hopefully people, by the time they all get out, hopefully people will forget things and they'll be able to do everything as Five again. But honestly, at this point, with the amount of, in the eyes of like the Korean people, like the only person that's not unstained is Youngbae, kinda. Yeah. Like everybody else in there in that group, they're like quote unquote delinquents. So it's like, even though Seungri ain't done nothing, but okay. Okay. It's like to their eyes they're like delinquents. So it's like, I don't know what will happen when they all come back. Does the sign of the cross tries to bless them? Like, I don't. That's honestly all I can do.
It's if I'm doing math in my head correctly, Top, if this incident would not have happened, Top would have been out by either end of next year or like the first 2 months of 2019. So when all of this shit happened, it kind of was like, now we have to delay it. So if they put them in at the top of 2018, by the time Top gets out, if they lay low enough with him, by the time the rest of them come out, they could just rebound. They could.
Could being that could. Very...
The really big could.
Yeah, a big C.
It's like as big as YG's ego. Like, it's a big could. Mm-hmm. It's a real big could.
Just
like mess. About as big as 21 still being a thing. About that big. Like
just a mess. A mess.
Good luck with that shit.
Good luck.
So, we in dating news, FNC Entertainment confirms that FT Island's Minhwan and Laboom's Yeorhee are dating. I think the how this shit even happened just told me and my soul that she wanted this shit to happen.
Yeah, because like, how do you? Well, I have a theory, but go ahead and explain the whole thing before we get into that.
So let's explain this thing to you before we make our comments. So the rumor started after Yeorhee posted a series of photos to her social media account, which was a Facebook account, keep that in mind, which were later deleted. Her caption said, 10 minutes before our forced separation, restlessly fidgeted because I didn't want to send him off. I almost cried. Still, I can breathe freely again, seeing at least the pictures that remain, like day 9. And this coincided when Minhwan would return from FT Island's Japan leg of their tour. So after all of this came out, she deactivated her social media account after uploading those photos, and FNC released this statement. After checking checking with Minhwan, we have confirmed that he and Yohee are currently in a relationship after getting to know each other as two people working in the same industry. We hope that you will watch over them warmly.
Okay, so here's my theory. Y'all remember Mel? Help me out here with names, because you know I'm shit. Seven's girlfriend that he had for like mad long, that actress.
I'll Google it. Keep talking.
Go. Okay, so once
It's been
upon a
something.
time, Seven, who used to be an artist at YG, who's a solo singer, you might know who that is.
Park Ham-byul.
Hanbil, yes. Okay,
Ham.
so they dated for like fucking 10 years or some shit. Like, hell long. But in the midst of them dating, at some point, they were about to break up, literally about to break up, and a picture of them got released. It was them in like face masks, all looking cute and shit as a couple. And then so their relationship was like out into the media. And supposedly, allegedly, it was a hacker that did the releasing of the picture. Now, when I heard about this, I was like, well, that makes no fucking sense, because if I'm a hacker and I have the ability to release your pictures, why would I release only one? That makes no fucking sense. And one so tame as well. Like, you have to have less tame pictures of yourself and your partner after fucking that many years. So it's like, what? So a lot of people, and I'm one of them, think that she did it herself because she didn't want to lose him. So that is, I think, what is happening here. I think she was tired of probably allegedly, let me say allegedly, protect myself. Allegedly, you gotta be smart about it, hey. Allegedly, she was, not wanting to hide anymore. She was like, well, I'm just gonna be with my mans, and that's it. So she just put it out. Because it's hard to write something, put a picture, and then publish it, and not realize that you're publishing it on Facebook. It's hard. It's real hard. Instagram, Twitter, okay. Facebook, no. Facebook, you gotta go through too many steps to even just get to the picture thing to put the picture up. You wanted that to happen, baby girl. It's fine. It's all good. You were sort of smart about it, but not smart enough because you didn't do what she did and got the hacker. But it's fine. It's fine.
Normally when labels release this kind of information, normally they say how long these niggas been dating. Normally,
Yeah.
they didn't say that shit here. I feel like it's really new, and I feel like he begrudgingly confirmed it. If I were him, for the sake of saving like face and not trying like being an asshole, like the moment this shit's released, yeah, sure, we're dating. Basically, listen, like it's like that whole thing with Zico and Sohyun. It's kind of like it got confirmed, but then it just went away. Like then it suddenly broke up. Then it suddenly didn't happen.
That was never a fucking relationship ever. Okay. That shit was never. We talked about that way back when. If y'all want to go find that fucking podcast, we talked about her outfit and what that meant, because I am a woman too, and I know. So that was never a fucking relationship ever. That was it was an agreement. That was an agreement, okay? What they had.
I feel like this is the same thing.
So yeah.
I feel like this is the same thing. I feel like that she was way more into him than maybe he is into her. Because you always have, in relationships like this, it's always the person that's trying to feel that person out a little bit more. Maybe they like them, maybe they like their company, but it doesn't mean they're trying to take things to the next level. And I feel like this is unintentionally what happened when she fucking posted those pictures.
Yep.
And netizens were saying that this was more attention seeking and more of a ploy, because not too long ago, Laboom got into some trouble for side shaking. So like the whole thing of like, they suddenly won number one, even though their records didn't match up, like the money didn't match up with how they won these music shows. So they're like, what the, like, okay, if you just want to get attention, you can get attention. But they kind of shaded the fuck out of Minhwan, which I was like, come on now, you didn't have to do him like that. But they were like, okay, well, if you're going to have a dating scandal, can it be with somebody we know? And I was like, oh, that's rude.
That is so fucking me. Like, it's rude, but it's also like,
true.
It's rude, it's true, it's petty, and I would do something like that, to be honest.
I love how we're like, that's awful, but I understand what they're saying.
Yup.
Girl, at least go for honky. What you doing?
Bruh.
You go for somebody FT Island. Like, go for honky. What you doing?
She don't want those problems at home.
Okay, he got his own shit. So yeah, that's what's happening in dating news. Good luck with that. I don't think that's gonna last at all. I'll give you to mid-October. So speaking in dating news, this is breakup news. Joe Kwan leaves JYP after 16 years.
You will be missed.
JYP released a statement. They said, after much discussion, Joe Kwan decided not to renew his contract with us. Joe Kwan and JYP Entertainment will always be cheering each other on. Please give lots of love and support to him. So, but they didn't mention shit about 2 a.m. Because the thing was, they technically were saying that 2 a.m. had not disbanded, but were on hiatus, even though everybody named Mama left except Joe Kwan.
Exactly. So it's like, how you gonna have a group of one person? Honestly, I love 2 a.m. Like because I'm a hoe for ballads, so like they were my niggas. Like I love them so much. So to see the groups just not even like disband, but like literally just fade away was really sad. And then I want a clean finish. Like this was like people just left, and nothing was said, and it's just like, well, that's it. Like no, like you
It's
can't.
like what they did with Youngji and Card.
Yeah, it's like you can't just. Well, Youngji was never young. Okay, so the thing with Youngji though, she was never a member. Like they never. She was just a concept. So they had an initial concept where like it was gonna be the four members of Card, and then what they were gonna do was every
Oh, no.
comeback
I
they were gonna
meant
have
Kara.
somebody new.
I meant Card, not Card. My bad.
Cara, okay. I was like, what?
I thought wrong. I meant Card, not Card.
Okay. Anyways,
You know how to say Kara is on hiatus?
yeah, no,
Everybody
okay,
named
that's
Mama
not.
is gone.
Why they just lying to people? Like, it just,
My
I'm sad with
concern
2 a.m. I love.
My concern is that I don't want, because there's no official, basically, ending to it. Like they're not saying 2 a.m. is disbanded. Like you can put on the Wikipedia all you want to, but it never came out your mouth. And I'm concerned that what I don't want them to do is to get some trainees and stick them in there. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, don't do
I
that.
don't want that to happen because literally right after this happened, then JYP announced this shit. JYP
Again.
has announced a new boy group survival program with Mnet of all fucking people.
Fucking Mnet. Like,
The show will be titled Stray Kids.
which is
and the
already
first-
problematic in itself, because are they orphans? Like, what? Anyways, go ahead.
And the first episode will air on October 17th at 11 p.m., which is late as fuck.
Hella late. It's like you had a show where like you know like tradies and shit. You airing that shit at 11 p.m. Like kids are asleep. Like what are you doing?
So, Simbi described the program as, rather than other survival shows in which trainees try to survive to end up on the final team, the program will follow a concept of trainees versus the agency, where they fight with them to debut all members together. With this goal hanging in the balance, the trainees will show off their individual growth and teamwork. What the fuck?
I don't know what that means, but
They're
I guess.
saying it's not a survival program, but it is a survival
But it's a
program.
survival program. These programs, why is Korea suddenly so interested in reality TV? Like, I don't understand why y'all already got formula with the dramas, like, and your fucking, like, your shows, but, like, you're just gearing towards, like, reality TV right now, and it's, they were talking about this earlier, like, not earlier, but, like, I read an article, they were talking about the shift in Korean television, where roles like that of Yoo Jae-suk, where he's like the main MC and things like that are shifting. Like you see this in Knowing Brothers, where like there's no MC, like it's just all of them like at once doing commentary. The same thing happens with like that shift is happening within like that industry. So the shows, the variety shows themselves are changing and evolving, and so also there's a wave of like new interest in survival programs because they bring a sense of reality TV, which is kind of like survival programs are like the testing like when you dip your toe in the pool to see if it's warm, like that's a survival program in terms of reality TV. I feel like we're gonna have like at some point Korea is gonna get their like own Big Brother because it's gearing towards that direction. Like that's how we started with reality TV. Like we had Survivor and like competition programs like that was reality TV, and then it was like real reality TV like that we have now. So I think they're going towards that. They're exploring that, and I think we can see in the next 5 years they'll have like some type of either their version of Keeping Up with the Kardashians or what is that shit that I just said? I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? The either like Keeping Up with the Kardashians or like a Big Brother. So it's gonna happen. The shift is happening, and so that's why so many survival shows are popping up because people are getting really interested in that
Hell, they
TV.
started with roommate and that died.
Exactly, yeah.
We'll see what
So
happens.
it's coming up, and the king of come ups got to be involved when things are coming up because he's a little ferret, so he smells everything. YG confirms new survival program called Mix 9. He obsessed with the word mix.
Yeah, yeah.
The show will be produced by YG Entertainment and will air on JTBC, which is YG Entertainment's like basically their channel. Soompi said, this is their like article. They stated that the general concept of Mix 9 will select 9 male trainees, hence the name, and 9 female trainees from 400 participants to form a boy group and a girl group respectively. So these motherfuckers are aiming high. They're reaching right now. Mel's like, The winning team between the two groups will debut after the final match. There may be other trainees from other agencies outside of YG Entertainment. This is the part that gets me so fucking. It has been stated that no trainee will receive a privilege based on his or her agency. YG is the king of favoritism, so I don't know how it's gonna work out, but yeah, okay. I believe you. I believe you so hard right now, YG. I really do. Totally believe you. It's like 5, right? Like $5.
Yeah.
Member and PD, so produce 101 contestant Ho Chanmi, sorry, and some members of Luna are reported to be joining the program. The show will air on Sundays at 4:50 p.m. starting October 29th. So October is just a month of everything, basically.
Ho Chan B can suck my dick. How about we start with that?
Why didn't you? Please, I'm gonna sit back, eat my popcorn. Give me the backstory.
Oh,
Spill the tea.
I've shown you her before. You remember the SNSD thing that they were
Oh,
doing?
the one with the bad note. Ew. That bitch.
The one that's full of herself?
Her note was bad.
Yeah,
She was
that was
her note because just because she had like a nice face, like her note, she thought she was the shit. Her note was terrible. Like I don't know what she was thinking.
Ho Chan-yi, if you've never seen Produce 101 the first season, I would just strongly encourage you just go up to when she gets eliminated, because obviously she got eliminated because her ass was in an IOI. So yeah, just she was supposed to be in SNSD. She basically had a long string luck of bad. She was supposed to be in SNSD. That didn't work out. When it's
Well-
$5, got disbanded. Did Produce 101, hit the bad note, and basically nobody ever cared again. And now she's doing this now. And there's like a couple other things in her belt, but I don't really care going through those. So have fun. I don't know why they're putting members of Luna into this shit, because I thought Luna was already going to have their
I
own
don't
shit.
either.
And apparently there's already a JYP trainee going to be in the show. And YG said he wants an SM trainee. And I'm like, nigga, I thought you said no, like you weren't going to
SM
care.
gonna give you a trainee. SM's petty. SM gonna give you a trainee.
He's focused on trying to make a male twice right now. He ain't, no. Absolutely not. He gave you one trainee, but that trainee probably came to you on his own. The fuck?
I don't.
So, yeah. So
These-
I can't.
I want the survival shows to stop. Hajima, produce one. What have you done? Like, stop, please.
Oh well, it's not quite done.
I
We got
beg
one more.
you,
We got one
Jesus.
more. So, if you haven't been paying attention, you've probably seen a lot of articles talking about so and so is going to the unit. This person is going to be in the unit. So the new KBS show called The Unit is again another fucking survival show, except this one is idols that have already debuted. So they're going to be 500 plus reported idols who have released an album that are going to have a second chance at this shit. They're going to be like YG, 9 males and 9 females will survive until the end, and each gender's winners will promote as a group for 7 months. So the difference between this and what YG is doing is that YG is saying either the boy or girl group will debut, and KBS is saying both groups will debut, but they'll debut for 7 months. So Omez, who is this translator on Twitter, compiled a list of all the people who are going to be in the unit so far. So let's start with the mentors who are confirmed. So far, it's only confirmed that Rain's going to be there as a mentor. But we also have Hwang, Chiyeol in discussion, Hyuna in discussion, Sunmi in discussion, and Jo Hyuna from Urban Zakaba in discussions and for being mentors. Now, here are all the people who are going to be in there. So we're starting to start with the males. From Boyfriend, Donghyun, Jungmin, Kwangmin, and Minwoo. And there's this guy, I think it's Hoik from Imagine Asia. From Big Star, who's under Brave Entertainment. Raehwan, which sounds black as fuck. Field.
It really fucking does. Yo, Raekwon, like.
Black shit. Field Dog, who is Bora formerly from Sistar's boyfriend. He's going to be
Oh,
in this
shit.
show. And Song Hak from Big Star and Jude from Big Star. From this group called Mr. Mister, who apparently debuted in 2012. This guy named Tay. From Brand New Music as a solo artist, Kanto. I think it's Kanto or Kanto. Boys Republic, who I've actually seen live, and this hurts me to say these people. Wonjun, Sonwoon, Songjun, Minsu, and Suwung. From the group Big Flow, who debuted in 2014, High Top and Ron. From Hot Shot, who literally just came back with the fucking thing because they got taken from Produce 101 and put in that group. They literally just came back. They're putting 2 members in this group into the show. Timito and Hojung. Again from Mr. Mister, Sanghyun and Jaemin. 4 members from M Factor going in, from Star Empire, Juup, Taeo, Jian, and Eungjae. Top Secret, it looks like all the members from Top Secret are going in. K, Yohan, Aing, Jonghoon, Yonghyun, and Kyungha. From Big Flow again, so there's more people from Big Flow. Lex, Sungmin, and Uijin. From Ace, so Ace came out with the song Cactus, the guys who had like the fishnets with the shorts and stuff. They kind of got like controversy because they got like provocative dancing. They just debuted this year. So June from Ace is going in. Another group, Kid, Yua and One Bell are going in. Former Girls' Days member, Ji-sun from like back in the day, she's gonna go in the group. Sari from Dao Shabet is gonna be in there. G1 from Spica. Woohee from Dao Shabet. Mint from Tiny G, who culture appropriates out the ass. Autumn from Tiara. Ami from NEP. 2 members from What's Up, so Nadi and GA. These are girls members, by the way. Soloist, NCA. Hassel, who apparently is in a duo. Melody Day, looks like almost all of the whole group is going in there. So Yoon, Chahi, Ye, and Yumin. Uijin from Sonamu is going in. Hyunwoo from who used to be in April is going in. A girl formerly from DIA. I think DIA. Yeah, DIA is still happening. That's one girl's from Iowa is in there. Yebin. Almost done. It looks like the whole group Baba, who debuted in 2015. Jinri, Pudum, Sodi, Soe, Sei, Suji from the Ark is going in. The Ark, who had all this potential. Suji from the Arc is going in. Wannabe, girl named Lena's going in. Brave Girls? No. Yujong,
Well,
Unji, and Yuna from Brave Girls are going in. Group Matilda, Sabio, Hiena, Dana, and Semi from Matilda are going in. Soha Yoon, as a soloist, she's going in. Kosori, that's an interesting group name. Coco is going in there. Who is Baro's sister. So Baro from B1A4, his sister debuted earlier this year. I guess she was catching herself trying to be like the next Boa. She's gonna go in. One in B, which I've never heard. Lita Hajung is going in. Another girl from DIA. Somi is going in. And two last ones from Lip Bubble. Umpyeol and Hanbi are going to go in. Oh my God, there's so many other people. I'm not reading these people, but there's a lot of people who are going in. So just be prepared to see some of their former faves.
Jesus.
Yeah. So R.I.P.
It's like a, it's like a reunion for like groups from like back then. Like I just, anyways.
And the first episode will air on October 28th. So good luck to you guys. And good luck to Leo. Because this shit's... So, remember how we mentioned last week that Leo had went to the hospital for having abdominal things, but then eventually he came back and he was finishing up promotions. Well, it didn't get better. So he was hospitalized for more stomach pains, resulting in a temporary halt in activities. He had to take a break, we mentioned last week, from VixLR promotions because of abdominal pain, but he eventually finished promotions from last week. There are reports of internal bleeding, resulting in Leo not participating in VIX's upcoming Japanese schedules and promotions in Japan. And VIX's fan signing schedule for September 29th has been pushed back to October. So, Jellyfish released a fucking statement. They said last week, Leo completed his last music show schedule for VixLR's album promotions while getting treated due to his personal will. However, his stomach pains did not improve, so he's been hospitalized to receive treatment. We express our apologies for causing worry for fans, and we will work our hardest for the recovery of Leo's health. Thank you. Fuck y'all.
I said what I said last week. Yeah. I'm exhausted about talking about the same thing. I just need them to do better. I need him to get well. I need him to not be a part of whatever the fuck they have planned in October, and I need him to fucking rest. That's what I need him to fucking do. Okay? Amen. That's all he needs to fucking do. And I'm tired of talking to fucking Starfish about the same fucking thing all the time. And the reason I'm combining Jellyfish and Starship's name is because they basically the same motherfuckers. Like, okay? I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over again, Starfish. Okay? Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Amen. I feel just like how you do. As we mentioned earlier in the beginning of this podcast, you are not here for any positive, negative, indifferent comments about BTS, or you don't care about BTS. This is the end of the podcast for you. Kisses.
Love you.
See you next week.
See you next week. We love you. We'll catch up with you next time. Like, totally cool. Like, we're just giving you time to close your tab right now. Like, I'm just giving you filler time to, like, pause it. You know, close your tab. Make sure that everything's good. You're gone. Okay, they're gone. Let's go.
Review time.
The reason we're doing a review is because there were so many different opinions about it on social media, in our friend circle. So we were like, we have to review this album. We usually don't review albums, but we just had to because there's a lot to talk about here. So let's go. Okay, we're gonna start with the white man because he always comes first, right? So Jeff Benjamin.
Mm-hmm. If you all do not know who Jeff Benjamin is, he is a column writer for the K-pop section in Billboard. So
he's a journalist.
Yes.
And he is or was very far up of BTS's ass, like all up in their anuses. And armies were up Jeff's ass because he was writing about BTS in a positive light and giving them exposure in the West and all this good stuff. You know, great stuff. He was even at fucking KCON this year, KCON LA.
Panel.
He had a panel in KCON LA. So the guy is making moves in K-pop. So he has a podcast. Hello. And he on his podcast has two guests who are his they're co-workers of his, colleagues. They're senior colleagues. This is what he said, senior colleagues. And so they were talking about the music video for DNA and the song DNA, the album in general, but they were talking about at one point about the music video for DNA, and the women, because there was two women who were the guests, were talking about they talked about like Namjoon's little dance that he did and what he was wearing. One of them said that he looked like a seventh grader or so. She said he looked like no 15. I think she said he looked like a 15-year-old. Another one talked about the way that I think V sang and Jimin sang, and it was a mess, y'all. And Jeff just stood there. He laughed at sometimes. He stayed quiet sometimes. Never really gave any. He let them do the criticizing. Kind of stayed quiet. And so, for me, when I was listening to it, I did like feel some type of way. Not because like I was like, BTS, they're talking bad about BTS. No. But because the way they were, like the tone that they were speaking of, like they were speaking in, was a tone that I'd heard before from people who I've told I like K-pop. Like that tone of like, I don't understand it, so I'm just going to poke fun at it because it's funny, right? That you like weird music from halfway across the world. So it was that kind of tone. And it wasn't necessarily what they were saying. It was just the tone that they were using. It was very like, this is ridiculous. Like we're talking about this because it's actually like ridiculous, basically. Like, ha ha ha. And we run this podcast because there aren't voices like ours out there talking about K-pop and as an interest. And so we do this podcast for that reason. And we always say we are going to talk about people who we may not like, and we're going to have our opinions about them, and we're going to say, you know, this, and that, and it can be negative or positive, but that's our opinion. It's our podcast. If you don't want to listen to it, don't. And I don't listen to Jeff's podcast. You know, I listen to that segment. And so I was not mad at them for saying their opinion. I just did not like the tone because it was borderline, if not condescending. I did not like it. I did not appreciate it, and I did not commend it. Do I think Jeff could have had to step in and stop them from talking? No. But I also think that he doesn't owe BTS anything. And at the end of the day, like Mel had said many times before, BTS is still making their shmoney, regardless of the fact that Jeff and his, colleagues, senior colleagues, are making their remarks and saying this and that about them. It doesn't matter. Like how many people haven't talked ill about BTS in on social media, and they're still out here making moves. So, and one last thing before I stop talking about this, and Mel can go on. I don't want to hear not one bitch that has been on social media, and my New York just came out full force.
Yep.
Not one bitch that been on social media talking shit about anybody else's fave out here bitching at Jeff because his friends was talking about BTS in a negative light. I don't want to hear one person who ever said anything about any other group that they did not like or did not appreciate or whatever. I don't want to hear it. If you're that type of person and you're out here talking about Jeff, you're a fucking hypocrite. You need to check yourself. That's all I'm going to say.
I 3000% agree with you. And what was getting me about that, because like the girls were like, one girl was like, I hate Jimin's voice, or like, I hate Taehyung's voice. And I'm like, okay, I mean,
Yeah.
that's your opinion. That's your opinion. But I saw so many people getting so angry. Now, the whole thing when they were making fun of Jungkook's pronunciation, now that was racist. Now, yeah, drag the bitch for that.
Yeah, that was
But
not. Oh
that
my
was,
god, it didn't help that they were white. Like it just did not. It really
yeah.
didn't. It just did not.
But if somebody subjectively doesn't like your Faye's voice, that's their opinion to have. And I was like, I didn't see anybody having death threats, but you all have to understand that Jeff's still gonna have his job at the end of the day. He's still gonna be writing, whether it's
And
with yes or
BTS is
not.
still gonna make their shmoney. Like that's all you want, right? Like that's all you want.
Just don't listen to his podcast. Don't read his articles. Just don't. Get your validation from somebody else.
Stop gassing this man. Like that's it. Gas up actual, Korean Americans and Asian people that are actually trying to make careers that are handed to people like Jeff. Support them because
Amen.
they're out here trying to represent their own people, man. But they're turned down because they're not, what they want. So give it to them. Give their attention to them. Make them, hype them up. Like, stop hyping people like fucking Jeff. Like, just stop. Like, they're not representing. They're not going to give you what you want. And if you're supposedly woke, they're not going to be there with you. Like, it's not going to happen. Don't expect anything from, like, I don't expect anything from Jeff. I don't. Don't expect anything from people like that. Do not. Because that's a job that makes him money. And that is why he's doing it. That's it. Point blank.
Amen. So, we are now going to get into the track by track review. So, for the first song, Intro Serendipity. What are your
Best
thoughts, Michelle?
fucking song on that fucking album. Like, I'm just like, it really is, y'all. So, when I first heard the trailer, because they released a trailer, and I heard that song, and I was like, this is gorgeous. And it complemented the teasers that they'd released previously. So I was like, this is about to be great. This is about to be some fucking story. And then the album came out, and I was like, what? So,
Namjoon with a wheelchair.
yeah, I'm like, I was like, oh, so what? No. So you had Jungkook and fucking Jungkook in a fucking wheelchair. You had Jin by a train station. Namjoon chasing some bitch. Like, and you just, none of that made it into, like, none of it. So I was like, what? I will say that intro, we'll get to the outro, but intro, outro, and C, which Mel showed me, is a hidden track on the album. Those three are literally the only songs on this album that actually make sense with what they were going for in the teasers. So I don't understand what happened. We have theories on that. We'll get to them later, but in general, like, that was just, Serendipity is like one of the best, if not the best songs on this album, like, to be honest.
The production on that alone was
Quality.
yeah, I would say it's the best produced track on the album, and it just flowed together, and it had like it went in and it went out, and harmonies, and it was beautiful, and I thought the video was cute. I thought the video to accompany it was super cute. I thought it fit Jimin's voice perfectly, and I was really upset. I understand it's an intro, but I was really upset when the full album came out and it was still that length. Like, I was like, you couldn't put like an extra bridge or something like that.
I thought it was gonna be
upset me.
longer too. I was like, what? I was like confused. I was like, the fuck?
And then I asked myself, well, why is Jimin the only one with the solo track? And then when I realized, the line distribution throughout the album, I said, oh, well, that makes sense. Anything else you want to say about Serendipity before we move on to the...
No, let's not talk
All
about it
right.
anymore. It's beautiful.
So let's get to DNA.
Are they
So,
like, I'm like in Spanish. I'm like, are they in it?
the title track, DNA. Now, I mentioned this to our friends, and Michelle's heard me say this again, but basically from the bridge down, so like when V came in, like, like that part all the way to the end was my favorite part of the whole song. And it felt like up until that section, it took me a while to kind of latch on to it, because it's just a typical like poppy song, with a whistle in the back. Like, other than that, it's an average filler song.
Honestly, the whistle when we heard in the teasers, had me expecting so much more. Again, expectations devastated. Had me expecting so much more. I agree with you when the part of like with V and then until the end was the most coherent part of that song. The rest was very, it was like three different genres in one song. Like subtle three different genres, but still very like, and I was confused. I honestly like, I was listening to the song and I was confused when the music changed. I was like, why is there a dance break? And why do we, I don't, it just, I didn't, no. I don't like DNA. I'm so sorry. I don't. It's not my favorite off the album. It's like a, it really is a filler track. It's like one of those filler episodes in TV shows. It's not. No bueno. No.
I appreciate that Jin got the lines that he did, and it was kind of consistent throughout the album. That they started giving him more lines, which I appreciate. But I also, here's the thing: there's a way to give Jin lines without taking away Jimin's lines, and you know how you do that? Stop giving Jungkook so many lines. Stop it. Please stop. I get it. He's the main vocal, but it's pretty much unspoken. It's like an unspoken, unwritten thing that Jimin's also basically a main vocal.
Yeah.
So I kept seeing Jungkook come in, because Jungkook's already the maknae. He's already the center, not the visual. He's already the center of the group. He's a lead dancer. He's a main vocal. He already has all of these roles. I get it. I get that he's the main vocal, but god damn. Really? Really? I kept being like, okay, Jimin's gonna come in and it's Jungkook. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jungkook was rapping.
Yeah.
Jungkook was rapping in the place of rap. I'm like, you better give Yoongi them lines. What you doing?
I don't.
What? I was
What though?
I was very confuddled. And don't get me wrong, I love Jungkook. I love him to
Yeah,
death.
Jungkook is a small son, but I just,
He has a lot of lines, and it's not just this song either.
it's the album like throughout.
It's the album. He's heavily
He's just in there
featured in
like
this
swimwear.
album. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I'm searching for Jimin. I'm like, where's where's Jimin? And then I'm like, well, shit, no wonder you gave him a fucking solo track. Because I have to find him. And I'm like, okay, I hear more of Jin, which I'm happy about. You know, and it was like if you had just pumped the brakes on Jungkook's lines, it would have been even for all of the vocalists in the group. It would have been so appropriate. It would have been so fine. It would have been amazing. Because there's no reason why Taehyung, who is just a vocalist, is getting more lines than Jimin, who's a lead vocalist. Nah, nigga, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. And I love V, but we gotta talk. The fuck y'all doing? I thought the choreography was cute.
Yeah.
Again, Jungkook was in the middle 24/7.
It was just not. It was not my cup of tea. It didn't fill my expectations of what when I heard that whistle. It was about to be some bomb shit, and it did not.
The beginning is so like when they bring in like that guitar,
Yeah.
like dun 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 dun,
Mhm.
it hypes you up, and then it just goes.
It goes
to
into
a
like
basic-
EDM, and I'm just like, what happened? I don't. DNA. That was DNA.
Speaking of video,
Best of me. This look armies. Y'all are great. I'm friends with some of y'all. Y'all are great. I love y'all. Please don't come for me. Best of Me is my least favorite song on this album. DNA is right above it, but like Best of Me is like the last song on this album. Like it's something that I would probably hear in the US, like on the radio, and it would just be a track that you would hear. Like it doesn't hit me as like, you know, it was just very generic. I don't know how to explain it. Like it was just generic. Like, you know what, like generic, like no brand cereal, like that. Like it was just generic, upbeat, kind of poppy like music. Like it was just that. And a true what do you call it, like B-side track? Like true B. Like it was just super, like I just didn't. I'm sorry, I just did not like it, and
Get,
I'm sorry, and people love that song. It's one of their favorites, and I'm just like, I don't. I want BTS. I want fucking Blessed with Tears. Like Wings put me up in like it put me up in the sky, and now I'm like floating between the sky and the earth, and I'm like, I don't know why you took me so high to bring me down. Like I don't. I want more BTS. I want more.
Best of Me definitely sounded like, being that that's the song that they worked with the Chainsmokers, it definitely sounds like a Chainsmoker song. And I think I don't hate Best of Me, but there's only one part of it that makes me want to listen to it again. And it's only because I like those kind of breakdowns. So it's like you got the best of me. And that little break is like dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun. I like that, but only because in my head I see them dancing to it. And it's like cool choreography. But I don't know why it's on this album.
I don't.
I don't I don't know why it's not up I don't I
So
so
best of me, do better. Like I'm just
do better.
do better, boo boo.
Dimple. I thought it was a typical,
I like Dimple.
east side. I like Dimple too. I think
It's nice.
it's cute.
It honestly,
Cute.
it has title track potentials.
Oh yeah.
One of the better songs off the album. I like the like that shit is mad cute. Like I love that. It's so cute. So I enjoy Dimple. The fuck. I have dimples, so like
I have one.
there you go. I have like 5 on my face. But anyways, I enjoy it. I think it's a nice song. I listen to it regularly, along with Serendipity. And one of my favorites off the album, definitely, and one of the better ones off the album as well.
Yeah, I think that's all I'd say about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Pied Piper, the title creeps me out only because R. Kelly calls himself the Pied Piper and I'm from Chicago.
Talk about that.
so
We're not
it
gonna
makes
talk
me
about that.
think
We're
of
not gonna talk about that. Mm-mm.
No, but I'm saying it makes me think of pedophiles when I hear that. So, yeah. Yeah. But I thought it was kind of like Dimple, kind of like oh, okay. So just a filler track. Something you listen to when you wash dishes or some shit. It's cute. That's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah, I think it's cute. I think I liked it. I again very vocal heavy. Like like it was
Yeah.
very like you hear the rap like very few in between, and I'm like, this is BTS. This is what y'all known for. Like what?
It was like everything up. It was like the skit like divided. It.
Yeah.
Like the top was vocal heavy, and then everything down was very rap.
Yes, and it was only like 2 songs, 3 songs. Like I'm like, what? I liked it. I liked Pied Piper. The name is. I mean, I understand why it's called that, but still, the name is yeah. It's I mean, it's a man that needs children, but still, I understand. I understand the connotation of like the following type of thing, but like it's yeah okay. R. Kelly. The skit is a skit. The skit
Yep.
is a clip of basically like an audio clip of the speech. When I was listening to the album and that started playing, I teared up. I was like, oh. I thought it was cute as fuck. I actually heard this because when I was watching the billboards, I was cheering so loud and I was so excited that I didn't even hear what he was saying. So I actually got to hear the speech in its entirety this time.
I think
We were all screaming. Like it was so funny, and our stream didn't work, so we were trying to find different. Like it was a mess, but we were screaming like ah! It was a shitty show. Like that was the best part of the show. But yeah. So hearing the speech for reals in its entirety was really cute, especially like at this point in the album. And we'll get into why this speech is so important, like why the billboard is so important, especially to this album. We'll get into that after we're done with the songs, but the skit was really cute.
Mic Drop is very reminiscent of old BTS. Heavily hip hop based, heavily reminiscent.
It
I
is,
like it,
yeah.
but I don't
It
like it.
I like the like the I guess chorusy part. I don't know. I like that part. I think the rap is placed nicely, like oh, like in the. If y'all hear horns again, I live in New York City, so excuse me. I like it a lot, but like that part and the fact that the rap is in the front. But the song itself is, yeah, it's very like very BTS.
I have this thing where if there's too much happening, for me it sounds like noise. Uh, I would put this in the noise category. I can listen to it. It's not like how I am with Hard Carry, where I'm like, get the shit away from me. But yeah. But at some parts, it does sound like noise, especially when I watch like the live stage. A lot of it was noise. But I was just happy I heard more rap parts, so I was more forgiving of it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what Yoongi sounds like. I remember now.
Bye. I just realized I was shade. Oh my god. Goodbye, Mel. I'm done.
I'm sorry, I'm a Yoongi bias, so I know when the baby
Cheers.
don't get
I
it.
love
Okay.
Yoongi. He's so small.
But I thought it was cute. I appreciated at the end we got a lot of Jin lines. A lot of it. And I was like, you better give Jin these lines. But then the other part of me was like, where the fuck is Jin?
Poor Jimin.
I was like, okay,
They're like,
I
he
guess,
got his
but you know,
own songs.
I didn't have to worry about Jungkook. I didn't have to worry about Jungkook at all. He's always gonna be there, always. Even when I'm not looking for him, I can hear him. He's always
Damn.
there. That's all I gotta say about Mic Drop.
Gogo. I like Gogo.
It's random as fuck.
I like it.
It's random.
It's random, but I like it. It was one of the songs that I was listening to it. I was like, "Ooh, what's the song?" And I looked. I was like, "Oh, okay, I kind of like it. I like it. I like it.
It's cute.
I like it. I like it more than Mic Drop."
Yeah, I did. I agree with that 1,000%.
Yeah. So yeah, it's random, but I like it. It worked.
Yeah. Outro, again, rap heavy. And again, one of the better produced.
I was
would
about to say
I would
that one of the better produced, like one of the better songs on the album. Like, it dead ass is though. Like honestly, like it's, yeah, it's one of the better ones.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about the outro.
And then the last song is C, which is a hidden track. And C is, I think, aside from the intro and the outro and quote unquote in between song, which should have just been on the album, but okay, that actually works with what they were saying they were gonna do in the teasers.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's like a slower kind of thing, and it's like it has that feel that the teasers were giving you. So I like C. I will be. I don't know how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure out because Spotify don't got C, so I gotta figure out how to get that damn song. But I like it, and it should have been on the fucking album. But okay, like actually like listed on the album. But it really is one of the only songs aside from like the intro outro that like what is it actually like oh shit like it completes the promise of what the teasers were trying to offer in that storyline of like sad emo shit like you know like that. So yeah.
I didn't know that there was a bonus track until earlier today because I was looking through like the lyrics and looking at the translations and stuff, and then I came across it and I'm like, okay, I did not know this existed, and so I just started listening to it and started reading the translations, and it at some point, especially I think it's Yoongi's portion, talking about basically nobody thought that we came from a small company. Nobody thought we would be shit. Basically.
Like where was
And
this on the actual track list? Like I don't.
there was a section in there where he read the fuck out of somebody. He was like, "I'm sorry, Billboard." I'm like, "Ooh, okay, all right."
Like who got you, man?
Okay, and I was like, I see you, got you, but it was more of the, you know, you're gonna make it very inspirational section of the album, which I'm like, well, you could have just ended it like that. But okay, I don't know why it had to be hidden, but you know, maybe to be a special treat for people who buy the physical album, but then for people like us who have the streaming services, we just
We're just sitting here with the Aisha face, like, okay.
like where
Yeah.
that though. So yeah, that is Love Yourself Her. So overall comments about the album.
So I think, and again, armies, I love y'all, don't kill me. I think that the album was rushed because, okay, don't kill me. I think it was rushed because of the popularity that they gained after Billboard. They were still trying to ride this wave. So I do believe the album was in production when the entire Billboard thing happened and they won the award, which is why the teasers are so like thought out. And then they were like, well, we need to put out an album within at least not even 5, like 3 months after the award show, so we can still ride the coattails of this, popularity that we're gaining. And so that's what they did. I think I love BTS. Their discography is amazing. Their production value is really great, like quality. But this album lacks so much compared to Wings, and it was just so unexpectedly lackluster again compared to Wings and previous releases, that it made me feel like it was really rushed and they were just trying to get out an album. And I feel like outro, intro, and C were songs that were supposed to be part of this grand scheme of the story of Love Yourself. And it just didn't work out because it was rushed, and I guess it couldn't finish on time because the other songs do not make sense in terms of like how they sound and the things that they give off with what was trying to be said in the teasers for this project. So I don't know what is. I hope the next one is more coherent and cohesive with the teasers, but this one really missed the mark, and I really do believe that's because they were trying to rush and get the album out before, kind of the popularity, or not the popularity, but like the buzz from the Billboard Awards succeeded too much. So yeah, love y'all though.
I definitely don't think it was, you know, their best album or anything, but I think that I appreciated Mic Drop, especially for kind of being reminiscent of old BTS, because I kind of feel like, you know, when I Need You was released, from I Need You all the way to Blood, Sweat, and Tears, there was kind of like this organized kind of we're gonna gear to a specific kind of sound, and it wasn't that it was a bad sound, but I felt like what they were trying to do with this album, and I agree that it sounds rushed, but I felt like what they were trying to do was say, okay, we're tired of feeding into like that whole trilogy and legacy era. Let's try and make a random one, which they did. I just wish that more care was put into production and put into how songs flow in and out of each other. What songs are fillers and which songs are title worthy. Just having more than one perspective on that. But they're breaking all these records and they're doing hashtag that, so I'm still proud. Not my favorite album, but still proud of y'all, regardless. So yeah.
There you go. That was our review of. I'm gonna call it her just because there's gonna be more with the still. I'm just gonna be like her, of her. I just have a quick PSA. Hosok, I need you come over here. You are canceled as my bias in BTS until January 1st, 2018 because you dared to put braids, tiny little fucking baby braids, in your hair and mic drop. And then you put a hat on top of it, like I'm gonna notice, nigga. Like I wear glasses, okay? So you are canceled, and I will see you in January 1st, 2018. Until then, I do not have a bias in BTS. He fucking tried it. I expected better from you, and yeah, canceled.
Yeah. We talked a lot
We
today.
did. It's a lot. So
Y'all got over an hour.
yeah,
Ain't
that
y'all happy?
exactly. Like honestly, like, and I think what we'll do is we'll have the podcast up, but like we'll split the BTS thing. So it'll be on, like, we'll put the podcast in its entirety up, but the BTS part can also just be seen by itself in a separate video, because I feel like if you're trying to get there, it's gonna be a lot. But we'll put the hour and 20 minutes. You want to listen to all of our beautiful things that we had to say today. But yeah, just if you got, like, you should listen to the album and then try to, try to see where you stand and what we were talking about, and let us know, because like this album was just there's a lot of different opinions all over the place, and friendships have been broken. Like it's just like it's a lot. But yeah, this was episode 15 of Two Souls. 15 fucking episodes already. Like how and where. We love you guys. Mel, you gotta give your little message at the end.
Like Michelle said, tell us what you thought. Leave comments. We like to hear from you guys. If you all have any recommendations for artists or songs that you like, you can or you want to rant about something. If you want us to talk about something else, you can always send us a message or ask us a question. You can always send us a message at ask2souls@gmail.com. And we will definitely read it aloud on air. And stay stress free and take care of yourself. Self care is important. And if you need to fight a bitch, just drown a sim.
Yep. Drown a sim. Goodbye. But
That's how
honestly,
you
though, yeah.
practice
Or
murder.
lock them in a
Actually,
room and kill them. But yeah, we love you guys, and we will see you in the next episode. Good
yes,
night,
yes.
goodbye, and farewell.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.